So we're going to talk about emails and the new features in Winter 20 around emails. Now, I'm using just a standard contact page as it comes default in Lightning, so excuse it being ugly. We hate this page. We want to see the details first. But we're focusing on emails, so we're going to be focusing over here. So previously in the last few releases, there's been a few little releases, enhancements to emails. So one has been emailed, of course, the email templates in Lightning, which I've covered in a previous video. So we've got the email templates there. We'll open that up and so we've got those email templates there. And then in the last release, we had an enhanced letterheads come out. So we can add that to our nav bar. So now we've got enhanced letterheads in the previous release, and so we can have email templates that utilize our enhanced letterheads. So this one here, this email template, is using this enhanced letterhead for test. So that's cool, and that's all in the previous releases. Also in summer 19, just trying to catch up on a few things since I did my last video, there is a new feature. I don't particularly want you to use it, but it is there, so you have to sort of know about it. And that is in the email settings. You can choose, whenever you click on an email link, you can choose to open it in your default email application. So whether that be Gmail or Outlook or whatever, or you can still send emails from within Salesforce. So again, I don't like that that's a setting that a user can set themselves, because as admins, we want to control how and when the emails are, how the emails are sent and what format the emails go in. And so that brings us to the next thing, which is I don't know if it's a new feature or a clarification in this release, but it's around the default email font. So when I go to email and I choose, you can see my font is in Arial. But if I change my font settings on my browser to Comic Sans, and I come back and I would have to refresh the whole page, then I can be composing emails in Comic Sans. So we do not want that, but never fear. So it takes a while. Hang on, I'll pause and we'll come. Okay, I don't know what's happened. I've refreshed the page a couple of times and I can't get that to change, but it did change before I did the video. So just beware that people can change, but never fear. If they send it the email, it's going to appear in the font of the recipient, because this is just the default font. But if they choose to edit the font, they can edit the font, and that edited font will be the font that is sent and received by the recipient. So the idea is that you just don't give people the ability to send emails in any font that they like. It's just part of your corporate styles. So there's things that you can do, as we've been through before, which is you can do a predefined HTML with formatting with a predefined subject by creating a button. You can use macros, you can do all sorts of things like that. So very rarely are you going to be sending an email directly. So let's have a look at the new letterheads that came out last release and have a look at that. So the very first thing I want to point out is the signature. So the signature field has been around for a long time, but now you can utilize the signature inside your email templates. So the default signature has been around on emails for a while, but now you can use the email signature field in templates, but there's a huge caveat. So a lot of times you've previously wanted you have and still do want your logo in the signature, and you have set up your logo, your signature field in your settings to include the logo in the signature by a little well-known hack. Whether it's a hack or not, I don't know, but it's a documented thing by Salesforce where if you go to your email, you go to my email settings, you can put the actual HTML of the image inside the email signature, because the email signature field is text only. We can see that in this knowledge article, it explains, this is why I'm saying it's not a hack, it's actually a knowledge article from Salesforce explaining this is how you do it. And so that is there. So we've got that, and we've been using that for years, and you've probably got that set on every single user, so that you've got an ability to have an email signature in some of your Visualforce emails or your HTML emails or something like that. So you absolutely need that, because that was the only way to get that in there. But now then we've got this new email template, and the email template works perfectly well, except if you are using an image in your email signatures. So let's have a look at that. So we're going to do insert a template. And we've got, now this is new, that it will sort of recognize the latest folder you've used. So we're going to insert override our email template, and you can see here in my email template, I've got the sender signature. So that field, that in handlebars format, the sender.signature is the new thing in this release. We can see the header and the footer with our disclaimer and some images is the letterhead, and it says you can only modify unlock sections, so we can only put more details in here. Okay, so this is good. So we've got our signature is down here, but when we send that, or when we preview that, so let's just preview that email, it's got the actual HTML here. You can see that there's the Comic Sans. Okay, so it is right. It actually is bringing Comic Sans. So all of my letter is in Comic Sans. And we do not want that. So this is the problem with the new email signature field, is that if you are using that workaround for having images in your email signature, you will not be able to use that email signature field, that sender signature field, in your emails or your email templates or your letterheads, unless you remove all of those images from your every single user's email signature settings. Look, it's just such a disappointment. And they've said they're not fixing it for this release. I don't know whether they will fix it for later. I don't know whether they feel it's a hack and they're not going to fix it. But it really, really needs to be fixed, because it just means we've been waiting so many years for this sender signature ability, and it is just, it's so disappointing that it's not there. Okay. So that's the disappointing news around emails, but let's have a look at a couple of new features that is actually pretty good. So I've got some release notes open here. So there's the signature one. We can add more styles. You previously couldn't paste in styles. So if you've got a really nice email template that has been created by one of your designers, you can include more styles in now, and your email templates can be responsive now. So that is pretty good. And then I'll show you there's two new things, which is adding attachments and adding tables and images into your email template, into your emails. So let's just clear the template and we'll start with just a brand new email. And what we can do is we can grab a kitten picture. We can just copy that image from wherever we've got it from, and we can paste it into our email. So that is really nice. That is, from the fact is a few releases ago, we had no ability to even include images in email templates. That is nice. Okay. And the next thing is, of course, you build up your tables in Word, don't you? No, please don't do that. Anyway, I know you do it. And then so you can paste it in, and it retains all of the formatting. So if you have to send tables in from wherever, HTML, Word, wherever, Quip, it will retain the formatting. My thought is, if you're going to be sending that sort of stuff, you're not going to send that in an email. You're going to be, sharing a document and sending a link to the document. But, that's the way I work. You can paste tables, you can paste images. And the last feature to show you is something that I have been waiting for forever. Since I've ever used Salesforce, it hasn't really been a thing very good, and it is now here. We can now choose files that are on the record. So if I want to upload a file to the record, we'll choose another kitten. We're going to upload a file to the record. That's kitten 2. We've got a file on our record. We can attach a file, choose related files, and there's our kitten 2, and we can email that file off. That is amazing. I really like that feature. And that's it in a nutshell as the nice new features in emails in Winter 20. And of course you've got the the nice features of docked pop out view that you can pop out, pop down, and apparently that now works. That thing now works in cases also. So hopefully that helps with some of the new features around emails in Winter 20.